Greeting to the viewer who are accompanying 24 Hours channel. We wish you and all the viewer good health and wonderful moment on our channel. What event have taken place today? What is the special situation of global security? Please update with us in the following video.
Ladies and gentlemen, dear audience, flash floods have struck northwest China, claiming at least 15 lives and leaving 20 others missing. The flood disaster occurred in Daidong County, Tainan City, Danhai Province, northwest China on Tuesday morning. The Provincial Emergency Office issued a Level 2 disaster alert, but no further details were provided. China has a 4-level flood response system, with Level 1 being the most severe. More than 5,100 people from 5 villages in 2 towns were affected, as reported by the local government on Weibo. South China Morning Post reported that the local authorities set up a frontline command office and mobilized over 1,000 police officers, public security personnel, emergency response staff, healthcare workers, and rural officials, along with more than 100 vehicles, to assist in the rescue efforts. As of now, 17 people have been rescued, and rescue operations are ongoing, as reported by CCTV. A statement from the Tainan Disaster Relief Office indicated that the area had been affected by heavy rainfall since the previous Monday. According to the National Meteorological Center's weather forecast, during 1 hour around midnight on Monday, there was a precipitation of 62.4. A university student living 27 kilometers away from the flooded area described the harsh weather as terrifying. Heavy rain and thunderstorms arrived at midnight, causing water to seep into houses through tightly closed windows. A Weibo user named Fen, living closer to the mountains, shared their experience. After their house was flooded in the middle of the night, Fen and their family had to flee to higher ground. By dawn, they witnessed the floodwaters pouring down the hills. Daidong County is situated in the river valley on the western edge of the lowest plateau. With such heavy rainfall, the surface soil could easily erode and trigger mudslides. A renowned weather and geography blogger with over 550,000 followers on Weibo mentioned that last week Danhai Province recorded the highest rainfall since the start of this year's flood season, breaking records in several places within the province. On Sunday, the local meteorological agency issued warnings of heavy rainfall, expected to exacerbate the situation with severe flooding from previous days. According to the National Meteorological Center, the continuous heavy rainfall in Danhai was caused by a recent strong subtropical high-pressure system. Widespread heat waves and droughts have hit southern China in recent weeks, resulting in power shortages and disruptions in production. Dear audience, South China Morning Post reported that at least 6 people were killed, and 115,000 people were evacuated due to days of heavy rain leading to flooding and landslides in Shanxi Province, China. Xinhua News Agency stated yesterday that the new flood had affected 1.5 million people in 65 counties, districts, and cities within the province. About 170,000 hectares of crops were damaged, and over 15,000 houses were collapsed. Since the beginning of this month, Shanxi Province has experienced more than 5 times the normal amount of rainfall, causing several dams, railways, and historical sites in the province to be destroyed. The provincial authorities of Shanxi allocated 40 million yuan and over 140.8 billion dong to support flood control and relief efforts. In Shanxi, the Fan River's Halyu section experienced its highest flood peak in 40 years due to continuous heavy rainfall. The Fan River embankment ruptured near Qudong village, Kanquang district, at around 5 p.m. on Monday, with the rupture spanning 23 meters in length. 15 large-scale excavators and over 300 people worked tirelessly to fortify the dam with rocks and bricks. However, by 9 a.m. the next day, the breach had not been repaired, and over 1,650 nearby residents were safely evacuated. The flood also affected neighboring Thimtai Province, forcing more than 16,000 people to evacuate their homes when a dam in the province burst. On Sunday, Shanxi Province issued a Level 3 emergency response measure to control flooding following casualties from house collapses and landslides caused by heavy rainfall. Over 17,000 residents in Shanxi Province have been evacuated after heavy rains poured into the province in the past few days. The heavy rainfall in Sante has persisted from last Wednesday to this Tuesday, and it is forecasted to continue on Wednesday, with precipitation in many places in the province exceeding 150 millimeters, and even reaching historical levels of 250. The floods have inundated houses and destroyed the supporting columns of a railway crossing the Trongvin River. A video circulating on social media shows the railway hanging in midair without bridge supports. The Sundong Meteorological Bureau predicted heavy rainfall like torrents from Tuesday to Wednesday in areas within Sundong province in eastern China. The provincial government of Sundong has issued guidelines for flood control and called for the upgrading of all water conservancy projects to enhance flood control capacity. Specifically, the province will strengthen inspections and defenses of critical components to ensure safe operation in emergencies, including 24/7 monitoring. Other areas are also facing significant pressure due to the floods. In Henan Province, central China, at 11 am on Monday, the Tam Mon Heap Dam on the Wanga River experienced the largest flood since 1979, with water inflow reaching 8,000 cubic meters per second and water outflow reaching 7,700 cubic meters per second. According to Henan newspaper, starting from last Wednesday, the water level of the Shaoling Dam Reservoir on the Wanga River reached a historical high of 265.20 meters, and water discharge began at a rate of 3,900 cubic meters per second. To ensure flood control, the central stream of the Wanga River experienced its third flood peak this year on Thursday, with a maximum water flow of 7,100 cubic meters/s. The Chinese Ministry of Water Resources dispatched 5 teams to the front lines of the affected areas in Thimtai, northwest China, Sante, North China, Henan, central China, and Sundong, East China to monitor flood control operations. China has been facing complex and severe natural disasters, with frequent occurrences of extreme weather and climate phenomena in the first 2 quarters of this year, including floods, heavy rains, droughts, typhoons, and earthquakes. Geological disasters have also been major catastrophes. According to the Global Times, a total of 52 million people were affected, with 672 people dead or missing in China. During the first 7 months, there were 30 heavy rainfall events throughout China, with the nationwide precipitation being 495 millimeters, more than 3% higher than the annual average. In the same period, serious floods occurred in Henan and Hubei provinces in central China and Thimtai province in northwest China in June and July. Although there were fewer than average tropical storms in the northwest Pacific and the South China Sea during the first 7 months, a typhoon has now made landfall in China. Additionally, strong seismic activity has occurred in China lately, and most of the earthquakes have been located in the western provinces such as Xinjiang, Tibet, Qinghai, Yunnan, and Sichuan. In the first 7 months, there were 10 earthquakes measuring at least 5.0 magnitude, affecting 400 people in 12 provinces and resulting in 6 deaths and 45,000 severely damaged or collapsed houses. Natural disasters have impacted 79 million people, causing over 500 deaths or missing, and forcing 4 million people to relocate. Moreover, 125,000 houses were destroyed, and 1.5 million houses were damaged. Approximately 7,983 hectares of crops were affected. The direct economic losses from these disasters amounted to 244.4 billion yuan, $30.37 billion, compared to data from the same period last year. The number of people affected by natural disasters, fatalities and missing persons, collapsed houses, and direct economic losses has been decreasing. China continues to suspend coal mining at mines and chemical plants in its leading coal-producing province. After a week of heavy rain wreaking havoc in the region, Sante province has suspended coal production at 45 coal mines, 273 other mineral mines, and 11 chemical plants. The provincial government stated in a WeChat account statement on Wednesday. The heavy rain from the beginning of the week caused landslides and collapses in many areas of the province, resulting in several casualties. The local government announcement said that this disaster has temporarily halted work at more than 1,000 construction sites, and 166 scenic spots in the area have been closed. Prior to that, on Friday, the province had announced the cessation of production at 23 coal mines. The suspension of coal production in Sunte adds new pressure to the country, which is already struggling with an energy shortage leading to power outages in many factories and households in China. Last week, the Chinese government ordered mining operations to increase production and allow them to continue even if they have reached their annual quotas. Sunte is a major coal-producing province and is crucial for China's coal supply. Therefore, the floods can have a short-term impact on China's electricity and coal supply. The Bok-Hakben hydropower plant is expected to become the second-largest hydropower plant in the world in terms of total installed capacity, second only to the Three Gorges Dam in Hubei Province, central China. Since its construction began in 2017, the Bok-Hakben project has overcome extremely challenging technical obstacles, breaking several world records, including the largest underground chamber, the largest anti-seismic pyramid for a 300 meters high dam, and the largest spillway. The hydropower plant is located on the border between Sichuan and Yunnan provinces, with a total installed capacity of 16 million kW for 16 power generator units, each producing 1 million kW. This is also the world's largest capacity for a single generator unit, with each unit being over 50 meters high, weighing more than 8,000 tons, equivalent to the weight of a destroyer, and with an efficiency of up to 99%. To accommodate the 16 massive power generator units, 2 super powerhouses, 438 meters long and 88.7 meters high, have been built under the mountains on both sides of the dam, making them the largest underground powerhouses in the world. The total length of tunnels for power generation and flood control is about 217 kilometers, equivalent to the distance from Shanghai to Ninh Province, Vietnam. To construct the underground caverns, 25 million cubic meters of earth had to be excavated, enough to build 10 Egyptian pyramids. Building a dam in the narrow V-shaped valley of the Qinsha River presented space constraints and extremely complex geological conditions. However, the construction of this underground city took only about 4 years to complete. The construction of the Bok-Hakben Dam also required significant innovation in hydropower technical equipment and Chinese construction techniques. In the underground caverns of the Bok-Hakben Dam in Taching, there are 3 flood release tunnels described as technical and artistic masterpieces. Each flood tunnel is over 2,000 meters long, with a flood area of over 200,000 square meters. They can withstand a flow rate of more than 12,000 cubic meters per second and a flow rate of 47 meters per second, enough to fill the entire West Lake, an area of 650 hectares and an average depth of 3 meters, in just 18 minutes. The flood control capacity of the dam is 7.5 billion cubic meters. After the completion of the Bok-Hakben Dam, the flood control standards of cities along the Yangtze River will be further improved to reduce flooding in the middle and lower reaches of the Yangtze River during the joint operation of the Three Gorges Dam. In addition, the world's second-largest hydropower dam is equipped with thousands of sensors that can measure temperature, deformation, stress, and other important information. This information is collected and transmitted in real time to the smart construction management platform of the hydropower station, enabling accurate real-time control. With these various features, the Bok-Hakben project has become the smartest dam in the world. This concludes today's news report. If you have any contributions, please leave them in the comments section. If you find this helpful, please give us a like, comment, share, and subscribe to our channel. Thank you for your attention, and see you next time.
That was the latest information that we have just updated. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel and click the bell button to receive the latest information, the most accurate from our editorial team. Thank you for your interest and support. Goodbye and see you in the upcoming video of the program.